Hey, welcome to Quick Bytes, where we bring you tech, science, and entertainment news quick, fast, and swiftly. My name's Adam. Let's dive in. Spider-Man Far From Home is the newest addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, coming in as the 23rd Marvel film and coming off the heels of Avengers Endgame as the first movie to launch Phase 4 of the MCU. Spider-Man Far From Home is not only filled with tech and special effects that'll blow you away, but just like any other Marvel movie, it's riddled with Easter eggs and other movie references. I'm going to break down some of those Easter eggs and illusions that you might have missed. So if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alerts ahead. Let's jump off with the opening song, which is symbolic. You start off by hearing Whitney Houston's cover of Dolly Parton's I Will Always Love You, made famous in the 1992 movie The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner. Whitney belts the lyrics, "If I should stay, I would only be in your way, so I'll go." This is definitely a reference to Tony Stark and Peter Parker, as Tony is clearing the way for the next iconic hero in the MCU, Peter Parker. Kind of ironic too that Happy Hogan, Tony's former bodyguard, falls for Aunt May, kind of like how Kevin Costner fell for Whitney in the iconic movie. Also, while opening the movie, the hilarious Midtown High School news catches us up on the current news, coining the term the blip after the snap, acting like nothing ever happened. Then dropping a Phase 4 reference, Betty closes by saying, "Now we're moving on to the next phase of our lives." Another interesting Easter egg is when Happy Hogan comes in to give Aunt May and Peter a donation from Pepper Potts. In the background, you can make out an old poster advertising a $100 cash prize for those willing to wrestle Crusher Hogan. This is a direct reference to Spider-Man's first appearance in comics in Amazing Fantasy 15, where Peter accepts this offer. On the airplane on the way to Europe, you see Peter scrolling through some interesting MCU-related movies. Hunting Hydra, Finding Wakanda, a Nova piece from Dr. Selvig, an ominous movie called The Snap, and then Peter finally lands on an autobiography of Tony Stark called Heart of Iron. During the trip to Europe, a water elemental wreaks havoc on Venice, while a boat in the background dons ASM 212. This is an allusion to Hydro Man, one of Spidey's infamous villains, who first appears in Amazing Spider-Man issue 212. Another comic reference is on Fury's license plate, where it reads ASM 2865, which is a reference to Amazing Spider-Man issue 28, circa 1965, which is the first appearance of Molten Man, kind of like the fire elemental. Another comic reference occurs during the Earth elemental scene when Nick Fury and Maria Hill are battling a sand-type creature. You see another license plate reading ASM 463, Amazing Spider-Man issue 4 from 1963, the first appearance of Sandman. Far From Home stays true to Quentin Beck's character with a 21st century twist. In the original Amazing Spider-Man issue 13, Mysterio's first appearance, you learn Mysterio is a stuntman who then becomes a movie special effects artist. Quentin Beck assembles a movie crew complete with a writer, special effects artist, and even a costumer. Quentin even wears a motion capture chute like they do in real special effects scenes. Finishing off the post-credits scene, Spider-Man Far From Home stays true to the comics when Quentin Beck frames Peter and the classic character J. Jonah Jameson returns when they reveal his identity to the world, ruining the public's perception of him. Just like classic Spidey storytelling. Lastly, there are many theories for the last post-credits scene when Nick Fury and Maria Hill are revealed to be Skrulls. Was Nick Fury a Skrull this whole time? When was it Nick Fury and when was it a Skrull body double? If you go back and rewatch some of the MCU movies, they are riddled with clues about Nick's true identity. The biggest clue, as pointed out by BuzzFeed, was in Age of Ultron, when Nick is seen cutting a sandwich diagonally. But if you recall in Captain Marvel,
toast is cut diagonally, I can't eat it.
This OCD hatred for a three-sided sandwich is real, and maybe one of the only things that defines Nick Fury as the real Nick Fury. What do you think? That post-credit scene leaves so many questions unanswered. How long has Nick Fury been a Skrull? Is he back now to assemble a new Avengers team? Make sure to tell us your thoughts in the comments below.